Did you know it's possible to stay in a hotel just during the day without the overnight bit, and it costs loads less than doing the whole overnight thing would be? I'm down in London right now, as you can see by my very stylish football shirt and my location. I'm at Wembley Stadium. My team, Peterborough United, played Birmingham in the Vertu Trophy Final today, and I'm down here to watch it. But I've also thrown my back out. I've been suffering from a back spasm for like a week and a half. My current personal best for sitting in a chair is about an hour. I had drove down here this morning. I had to stop part way to use my TENS machine and stretch off and walk around for a little bit. And as recently as a couple of days ago, I was pretty sure I was going to have to miss this match, which I really didn't want to have to do. I've never missed a posh match at Wembley, but I just didn't see how I was going to be able to drive down and then spend hours either sitting in a coffee shop or a pub or walking around the Wembley Park area and then go and sit in cramped stadium seating for hours and then have to drive home again. I just didn't see how it was physically going to be possible with my back in the mess that it currently is. But I was streaming over on my Lego channel on Friday night, and somebody mentioned a website called DayUse. This is not a sponsorship. I will put a link to them down in the description, but they're not paying me to be here. I've paid to be here, and they don't even know I'm doing the video, but they mentioned it's a website they've used in the past that basically, as the name implies, gives you access to hotels during the day. So like opposite schedule to what you would normally get for a hotel overnight stay. Normally you'd check into a hotel like 4 o'clock, you have to be out by like 10 o'clock. I've got this room from 10 a.m. this morning through to 5 p.m. At a much cheaper rate than it would cost to get an overnight room. Or in this case, what I would have needed was 2 overnights. I would have needed to check in on the Saturday night, check out on the Monday to get the room during the times I actually needed it. Which I don't know how much this hotel is for an overnight because I haven't looked, but I did do an overnight stay in that Premier Inn next door a couple of years ago when I was down here for the wrestling, and for a 2-night trip there, it cost me the best part of £500. My day use of this room has cost me £80, and it's not a grotty, ropey hotel. It is an Ibis, and as you can see, it's quite a nice room. We'll do a little room tour in a second, but importantly, I've got a bed where I can lie down, let my back rest, stretch off, do my exercises. I've got a bathroom that isn't dirty. I mean, there's literally, I don't know if you can see it from the window, I walked past it on the way, just down here, just off camera, just down on this bit here, there is a row of porta potties guarded by security. So if you need a poo-poo, it's not a very pleasant experience. I've got a lovely pleasant experience. I might go and force one out in a minute. But you know, I've got my own tea and coffee making facilities. So coffee out there costs a £5. Coffee here costs nothing. I have already paid £80 for the pleasure, but I've also got air conditioning in here. It's a warm day. There's lots of benefits to having it, but the big benefit for me in particular is that I was able to drive down. I had to stop part way down, rest my back, use my TENS machine, stretch off a little bit in a service station car park. But then I got here about 10:30. I've had a nice little lie down. I've had a little relax. I've stretched off. My back is now feeling fine again. There is no way I would have been able to come down and then have to sit cramped up and walk around and then sit cramped up in the stadium, walk around some more, drive. I just couldn't have done it. I would have, if not for this service being available, I wouldn't have been able to come. I'd pretty much resigned myself to the fact that I was going to miss posh at Wembley for the first time ever. But thanks to finding out this website exists, I've not had to. And I drove Anna to hospital in Nottingham a couple of days ago, and I would have happily paid £80 while I was waiting for her at her appointment to have access to a hospital bed to lie on. Never mind an entire hotel room with bathroom and tea and coffee making facilities and charging points and a massive telly and even a steamer. I've never seen a hotel with a steamer before. That's super handy. All hotel rooms should have steamers. But yeah, I just think it's a great thing. I think it's a great idea. If there's more stuff like this that I should know about, by all means let me know down in the comments, because I feel like I should know about this, especially as an autistic person. The amount of times where this would have been super useful for me at a convention or at an event, or even when we go out and about places with Andy, just somewhere for him to escape to. I think this is a great thing, and I think it's something that more people need to know about. So go check out DayUse. But let's have a little look around the room just to show you that it isn't a scummy, horrible little hotel like you've seen from the window. It is right next to Wembley Stadium. It is an Ibis, and it is pretty nice. So we have got okay, it's climate control, not air conditioning, but it's nice and cool in here, which is nice. You've got a mirror there, so you can pervert Kev in his going to the football get-up. We've got a nice little bathroom. I say little, it's the most enormous hotel shower I've ever seen. You could comfortably fit a couple of fatties in there, no problem. I could shower in there and spin around, and I mean, I couldn't at the moment because my back's wrecked, but I was just going to say if I'd brought a change of clothes with me, I'd have a shower. I don't need a change of clothes. I can just wear these clothes. The towels are here. I could literally have a shower, which would massively ease off my back. I genuinely might have just a little back shower. I don't want to mess. I don't have hair product with me, so I have to keep my head dry. But I could just get some hot water on my back, and that would be incredible. But obviously we have all of our soaps and whatnot, an enormous area there, poop hole down there, another chance to ogle at your old pal Kev, plug in your shaver, get your towels. So, I mean, you've got all the normal get-up you would get in a hotel room. I was a little bit worried that it would be like the remnants of a room that someone else had slept in last night, but it's a nicely made bed. It's a little bit creased because I've been lying on it, but we have a nice big telly as well, so we could watch some of the pre-match build-up. I plan on nipping out in a bit to meet my dad and my brother and maybe have a little bit of lunch, but then I think I am going to come back here and then basically hang out in this room until very shortly before kick-off. Obviously, the stadium is just there. I think I can leave this hotel at like 2:30 and comfortably be in my seat in the stadium by 3 o'clock for kick-off, so I'm going to leave it to the last minute before I go and get all cramped up in there. But I've got a little chair. I mean, part of the reason I'm in here is because I can't sit on chairs at the moment, so I'm not going to sit on any of the chairs. I mean, I'm sure if you're a chair user, they are lovely, but we've got this little desk work area, tea and coffee making facilities. Is it a nice clean kettle? Nice clean kettle. I don't know how long the water's been standing there for, but we will have a beverage in a little while. And then, like I say, you've got the wardrobe with your spare pillows and whatnot. You've got an ironing board. Weirdly, you've got an ironing board but no iron, but there is a steamer and a loose hair. Can you see that loose hair? A loose hair, that looks like a trap. There's a hairdryer in there as well. And to be fair, a pretty decent view of Wembley Stadium, and we can see that crowds are starting to build up down there. I mean, my boys, Peterborough, we are massively outnumbered. I think there's like 5 times as many Birmingham fans out there as there are Peterborough, so I'm not feeling like I'm fully mingling in with my people up here, but yeah, nice view. Car park is out. I've literally parked my car in that multi-storey car park as well. So I've parked right next door, limped and waddled over here to have a lie down, and then we'll just dive in the stadium and afterwards dive back into the car again. The one thing that isn't ideal, I wish I could just have access for an hour after the match as well. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff, so the match will finish about 5 if it finishes at normal time, by which point I'll have officially checked out of the hotel, so I don't have the option of coming in here for another lie down and a stretch before the drive home, which would have been absolutely perfect, but obviously to do that I would have had to have booked the night rate as well. So it's not 100% perfect. What I would like, and hopefully if stuff like this takes off, I would really like I'd really like to be able to book by the hour and like pick my times. I realise that's a more specialist hotel I'm probably looking at there, but I would love to have been able to say to them, yeah, can I have it from like 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. tonight, and just depending on the hours that you pick, the rate changes, because that would have been absolutely perfect for me. Probably less perfect for the hotel, and obviously doesn't work for events where the hotel is going to be fully booked anyway, because they're not going to have a room just sat here for me to sit and use in the middle of the day because someone else will have already booked out. But for hotels, I mean, they've made 80 quid they wouldn't have made otherwise on an empty room, and I get to have a little lie down, charge my phone and drink a beverage, which I'm going to do now. So like I say, all good stuff. Just a little quick video. Wanted to make sure you were aware of it. There is going to be more travel content coming soon. We're off to Disneyland again in like a week. So there will be some more content coming soon. It's rare that I can make a video these days and know when the next one will be, but there is going to be some more content soon. But for now, if you've enjoyed this one, or even if you've just found it helpful, now you know that website exists, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on it for me. Subscribe to the channel for another video within 2 weeks. And thank you very much for watching.